There's a captain there. No, no. You have to sit down, Babam. The man's coming. So we're just on aqua dock. About to head off into the water. Can't wait. Packed. See? It's all packed. How cool is that, eh?
It gets, the more interesting this street becomes. Evening activities. Well, we're about to get out of that area, and just up ahead of us here, get up onto our oceanfront road. So it's called the Esplanade, which will take us up along the beachfront here, all the way through Surfers Paradise, up into our next suburb, which is called Main Beach. We'll be driving through there as well, up through Main Beach until we reach our busiest local marina here for the Gold Coast. So it's called the Southport Yacht Club. It's a very busy place for people to keep their boats. Now just up from the Southport Yacht Club there is the boat ramp that we will use to get down into the water today. So we will drive down into the water and hopefully then go for our boat cruise and not a submarine cruise. We'll have to wait and see what happens there, whether we actually float here on the dock. That will put us into our Gold Coast Broadwater. And the first thing we do is actually turn left, cross under the bridge, and we will cruise a short distance down our main river just to see some of the big waterfront mansions and that sort of thing that we have on the river area here on the Gold. So just keep the balance in mind. As we cross under the bridge here, we'll come out into our Nerang River up in front of us. Cruise down here a little way, see some of the big waterfront mansions and things. As we do come out of the bridge here, you will actually get a view out to the left of the Surfers Paradise city skyline back there. All the tall buildings and things where we just drove out from. Looks like we've got one of our local jet boats just behind us crossing over as well. Going slow at the moment, but very soon he's going to speed up and jet away down the river there. Get out on a nice fast boat, zoom around, do some spins and tricks, all that sort of fun stuff. A lot faster than we go on the duck. So you can do it with them. You'll probably see them speed up any moment now. So we'll make our way down the river here.
Yeah.
Now one thing...
Are you excited?
...that we do while we're out on the water here is we'll have the opportunity later for the kids on board the aqua come up the front here into the captain's seat, and we'll get a turn of being a junior aqueduct captain. So before we do that, I will come around to collect the names of the kids that we have on board today. Those all collected up.
Yeah. Big waves, isn't it?
We'll get the kids up to do that. We'll make our way down the river here, being followed by our other aqueduct out to the right there.
Of canals on the Gold Coast here. In fact, we've got more so than any other city in the world, and even more than Venice and Amsterdam combined. On the right hand side now, this is the lovely area of Southport, so it's very limited supply. They're right on the main wide river here, so we've got plenty of privacy for the neighbours across the other side. They're close to Surfers Paradise, only being 5 or 7 minutes away. They're facing east as well, so they get the beautiful morning sunrise. There's a nice big house coming up here, the French style home there with a little boat at the front. It's got 7 chimneys on the top of the roof there. It's a 6-bedroom, 7-bathroom home. The house itself is over 2,200 square metres of house. It's got a 2-storey library and a lap pool inside, as well as a dance floor. Last valued at $20 million. It's one of the biggest homes along here. The house next door there, with those brown timber shutters all over, the Balinese theme home, belongs to Bill Barry Cotter. He's a local boat building businessman that started a big company called Riviera Marine. building big luxury sports fishing and family cruising boats up to, I think they're about 77 foot long now. Exported them all around the world, award-winning boats. He ended up selling the company after about 40 years, and he sold it in early 2000. He got $180 million for it. He then started another company called Maritimo, and his neighbour there's got a Maritimo 53. That's the sort of boats he's building now. 53-foot sports cruiser. That's owned by an American cotton farmer. That's valued at 21 million, that house. There's a house on the end there, it was for sale up to last week. It's been on the market for about 2 months. They just took it off the market. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, got a tennis court at the back, 20-metre lap pool, and they were asking 11.5 million. First time it's been on the market in 35 years. They're right beside the boys-only private boarding school and day school. That's called the Southport School, known locally as TSS. Very prestigious school. It's been going since 1901. It's on 110 acres. That land be worth hundreds of millions of dollars there. It's about $28,000 a year to send your kid there. It's drinking, so...
What's the name?
Okay?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, yours. We see a lot of the fancy sports cars driving in and out of these homes. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, Aston Martins, Porsches. There's even a couple of McLarens that drive in and out of here. As I said before, these homes have another level down below the water. Basement parking up to 12 cars. So some of these homes are built on 2 blocks. We did see dolphins on the earlier too as well. Dolphins around here, so keep an eye out for them. They could be still hanging around.
Yeah, big boat. Let's give him some more room. Let's come over this way a bit more. Turn this way,
Turn.
Along our right over there is the
That's
waterfront side of our Southport Yacht Club. So our busiest local marina, boats of all shapes and sizes in there.
Good boy.
For a moderately on 1 tank of fuel. It's about 70 metres long, and it's worth in the double digits of millions. I think it's almost, well, it was almost $100 million. It's worth 80 million, I think. So that is probably one of the most interesting or unique boats in the world. The reason it's here at the moment,